getting the first pick.
Get three, Pyro, get three with the
Wade Kid putting on a clinic. Whole team's down. Oh!
Experience tranquility.
Good evening, Overwatch fans. We're back again.
Sup?
Because there's so much going on. Okay. I am tired, but man, does that energy come out of nowhere, folks. Again, good evening, Overwatch fans. We have got an amazing matchup for you tonight. The Harmony Tier Indigo Finals between Flashbacks and Jetpack Cats. Now, I know, you probably already know the score, but first off, don't be spoiling it in the chat for anybody else. And second off, just because you know the score doesn't mean you don't know how close it was. I mean, we saw last night between Tempo and Good Boys that despite the fact that the score was 4-1, it was still a super close game. Yeah. So, with all that being said, let's enjoy some frickin' Overwatch dudes and dudettes and my non-binary folks. Let's see how this victory came to be. My name is Captain Jack, joined by NPC on the analyst desk and Booth in the production booth, just doing our jobs as always. NPC, as a fellow cat dad, I know that this is probably going to make you a little sad tonight, but do you think JPC gave it all they got?
You know what? I'm giving it all I got. You know, I just, I'm a big fan of the Jetpack Cats. I would wear my Flashback shirt more often. I really would. But it's green, and so it looks like this hole in my chest most of the time.
Just a flashback-shaped hole.
Yeah, this shaped hole right here. Anyway, it's looking good though. I'm excited to see this because I mean, when you got the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed in a very stacked side of the bracket, the Indigo side, in pretty much in both tiers, was very, very stacked with talent. And when you see the number 1 and the number 2 seeds coming head to head at the end, you gotta expect a good game. And you know what? I've been spoiler free on this game. Like, I kind of knew the score, but like I have not been like reading Jetpack Cats chat or Flashbacks chat or anything because I don't want to hear about good plays. I haven't been watching the highlight montage clips or anything. I don't want to see it. I want to see the game here, and right. I'm excited because I don't know what to expect.
Well, I'm a little leg up on you. I do know how it ends, but how we get there, I feel, is all a part of it. You know, the journey is more exciting than knowing what the end goal is. So, nevertheless, I am also excited about what we're going to see tonight. It looks like our first map is going to be on Oasis, so let's go ahead and introduce our teams. Producer Booth, who is on what side, just so that I am... All right, so
flashbacks are all on the left.
All right, so starting off with flashbacks on the left side, we've got Ares, Twirlhawk, Concept, Nova, Apathy, and Cry coming in for their starting lineup. And for the Jetpack Cats, we got Blood Hungry, Kiddo. What?
Yeah, somebody in the chat, can you please pronounce that one, please? Sergio Spade on the Jetpack Cats.
Oh, somebody was really like, okay, for the finals, we really need to screw with Captain Jack here.
So we pronounce
the name and Sergio Spade are the last ones.
You pronounce that game Pudge, apparently.
Pudge? That's got to be like, I feel like we're getting into game theory now, where that's just like a code, and I just don't know the letters to like.
I think the letters is some sort of profane thing. I think I'm getting it now. I think I'm getting it now, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm
putting it together.
I'm too tired to put it together.
Pudge is a 12-year-old who decides to make his username stuff like that. Okay, so
all right.
Looks like they're coming out on the Ashe Tracer. That's going to be an interesting combo. Whereas Tracer Pharah coming out for flashbacks.
Ooh. Now, as we were seeing last night, the Pharah Mercy, depending on the skill level of both the hit scans on the other side and your Pharah Mercy in the air, can be really difficult to hold on to control, especially as we see this dive coming in from both sides. Concept does get the early pick onto Pudge, but will get rezzed up by Sergio as we see Ares moving their way onto the high ground, looking to see if they can grab some value, trading off with Swirlhawk, and we'll go ahead and come down to get healed up as the rest of the team continues to hold strong. Prince finding themselves in a little bit of a bind as Ares shocking them with the Tesla cannon, but it's not going to be enough. Senza ends up getting picked on the ground by Hawk as we see Pudge taking one out on the high ground, and whoa! Nova! With the
that was nasty.
After the DMAC, they will grab control of the objective, and flashbacks start their percentage climb.
Oh, wow. You know what? I was about to give the advantage to the Ashe Mercy. When you have an Ashe Mercy versus a Pharmacy, I was going to give the advantage to the Ashe Mercy, but Ashe was the first one to die in that fight, setting Jetpack Cats back from the start, and then the environmental kill coming out of the Pharah. That just sealed the deal. Having an ultimate ready already in this fight, this is going to be big.
And one of the things I gotta say I'm a little interested in is Apathy running the Zenyatta on this. I gotta say that's kind of interesting. Seeing the trade right there between the Barrage onto Prince and Blood Hungry taking down Apathy, but the picks continuing to come in for Jetpack Cats as they grab a couple more. The res comes in, but Senza able to take down Concept on that counter Tracer, and it looks like at the 50% mark we're seeing a little bit of a contest. The only one left on the objective right now is Swirlhawk, gonna get DMAC'd right there, and it looks like that is going to be the end of flashbacks on the objective for now. If they can ever get Swirlhawk off there, another 15% pass, and Jetpack Cats take control of the objective.
Yeah, I noticed both Ares and Swirly Hawk used tank ultimates right there in that fight to stay alive and to keep contesting, and I think it was well worth it. They got at least 30% more there, trying to just stall out and capture. So I feel like they have enough time to build some more ultimates and retake.
Oh, absolutely. They got plenty of time to work with. Pulse Bomb already coming in. Oh, man. No, Senza. That is unfortunate right there. Uses the Transcendence and then brings the Pulse Bomb right into Senza's face. Apathy really working that out. But with the Transcendence gone, that gives them a lot of mobility without an ultimate that will provide a lot of healing there. Now we see the Valkyrie getting popped out by Sergio as Nova takes to the sky, looking to see if they can get those counter picks. The percentage continuing to climb as we see flashbacks retaking control of the objective. The Swirl trying to take on Senza, almost gets remech, but gets taken down. And Apathy soon after with the balls of death. Diva Bomb going down from Kiddo, ends up grabbing Concept, but the res comes in for Swirlhawk. The Barrage coming in from Nova, ends up getting two, but Kiddo will solidify the kill there in the end. The percentage continues to climb for flashbacks as Ares now on the objective, trying to see who they can push off, trying to get them off that objective so that they can claim victory. Overtime now ticking away as we see Ares jumping onto the high ground, getting the DMAC onto Kiddo. Not going to be able to touch as we see them fall there at the end. Now it's Blood Hungry versus Ares as they continue to fight for control right now. Nova taking down Sergio as Concept follows up on Blood Hungry. The picks just continue to come in, but there comes Pudge trying to turn things around. Gets the pick onto Nova, but Swirl, Cry, and Ares turning it around. Oh no, Ares getting the Pulse Bomb in the bubble, but it's just the lone Senza trying to hold control, and Nova's not allowing that to happen at all. 100-44 as the Gardens are taken by Flashback.
Yeah, that was a non-stop fight from both teams, pulling it out. Ever since that initiating pulse bomb, where Apathy used the Transcendence to bring it back to Sensa, that was just the instant reaction time was fantastic there. I love seeing plays like that. Sometimes you think, oh, he wasted an ultimate just to save himself, but he also managed to take out the attacking Tracer, and I think that was the beginning of the end there. And from that point on, it was just kind of stall city for Jetpack Cats. Hopefully, they've learned their lesson, and they're gonna trickle a little less this time and kind of regroup. But we'll see what happens here on City Center.
Oh boy, I see it already. Before the playoffs started, I granted Senza back the power of the ultimate Senza Blade champion, so we will see if that works out. But against another Winston might not be the best. We will see if that works out for them, as Nova and Cry are on that Bar of Mercy once again. Pudge trying to see if they can get those picks. His Concept on the Tracer, looking for a way to get onto that high ground. Ares now on the objective, looking to see if they can hold control while the rest of the team on the high ground. Senza will get the pick as Concept takes down Senza in return. So it's a 5v5 fight right now. Sleep Dart coming in from Prince, not going to allow Concept to bully them near the objective, but it has already been captured. Flashbacks take control, and it looks like we're going to see a pull back from the Jetpack Cats.
Yeah, it looks like this is their time to regroup. They can't keep trickling here at the choke. They have to regroup and then focus up, get back in there, build a couple of ultimates. They're really close to a Pulse Bomb, Rocket Barrage, and maybe a Valkyrie if they're lucky.
Absolutely true. Could work out really well for them. Sergio already popping the Valkyrie to give them a little bit more healing across the team. Concept, though, ends up grabbing Blood Hungry, and it doesn't look like they're going to go for the res immediately after. Nova still holding on to that barrage, looking to see if they can grab Prince, and will indeed be successful. 45% and climbing for Flashback.
Yeah, Nova has to be extremely careful with that rocket barrage. A D.Va can just fly up in your face in Defense Matrix and kill you with your own rockets. And the same thing with the Winston. He's got to be really, really careful, but he's going to try to get up and over and behind them and kind of sneak attack with that barrage. That's what I think he's going to do here.
When you shoot rockets at the enemy, though, that's not going to help in hiding your positioning. So Nova's going to go ahead and head back to the objective as they go ahead and take to the high ground. Stun comes in from Pudge, ends up grabbing Nova, but Cry's gonna get the res in as the Primal gets popped by Ares, sending Pudge into oblivion right there. The bubble comes out. Prince trying to get Blood Hungry into the fight. Barrage coming out from Nova, gets the triple kill despite Senza coming out with the reflect. Was able to still pull that off. And at the 95% mark, I think we are done with Oasis here, unless Jetpack Cats can really turn this around.
Yeah, we've absolutely got to get that D.Va out of mech if Pudge expects to use his High Noon, and he does not. So, looks like the Cats might be pulling this out.
Oh, it looks like they're getting the picks they're looking for. Senza ends up falling to Nova as Nova takes back to the sky, getting back in the action. Prince is now down in the backline as Kiddo drops the bomb. Doesn't get the value that they're looking for. Blood Hungry using the Primal Rage to try to take out Nova. Not for certain if that is the best use of their abilities, but nevertheless, it looks like Flashbacks will still walk away the victors in this match on Oasis, 2-0.
Yeah. I mean, I think the switch there, Pudge should have switched over to McCree a lot sooner. Barely had enough time to build up the ultimate and then never actually got a chance to use it. It was definitely applying the pressure that the Cats needed to apply to Flashbacks. But honestly, Nova up there on that Pharah, just dealing in all that damage, so precise with those rockets. It was a really good play by the Flashbacks, and I want to see more of it. What map did they pick for Assault? Do we know yet?
I do not know yet. We will be finding out here shortly as soon as Booth loads things up. But
it's like it's gonna be Volskaya.
Ooh, Volskaya Industries. Definitely a great pick when you're looking to lock things down for sure. Want to remind y'all, if you love what we do here at Overwatch Tranquility, please hit that heart, punch that bell, so that you get notified every time that we're online. I know that I'm a little low energy tonight. Let's just say Torb last night kind of took it a little out of my voice, so trying to take it a little easy tonight.
When you guys tried to cast in your voices, I said, "Man, this is gonna be a long."
No, I did not cast in my voices. I always waited in between matches because I knew if I tried to do that, I'd be dead. It was not gonna happen. But if you can as well, be sure to hit that subscribe button. $4.99 or Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime subscription will give you access to some amazing emotes as well as support our amazing community. Remember, we give out t-shirts every Iris podcast. So,
T-shirts like this Jetpack Cats shirt.
Yeah,
you never
just
know.
like that Jetpack Cats shirt. It's amazing, folks. So
It's
be
pretty good.
sure to check that all out right here. And if you're not part of the Discord, why haven't you joined yet? We have such a good time. Such a good time. All right, Producer Booth, whenever you're ready to get things started, let's go ahead and head into Volskaya Industries for our next map. It looks like that Far Mercy coming out from flashbacks has been really a pain in the neck for Jetpack Cats. What would you suggest they use to try to take that down, since the Ash hasn't been working so hot?
Yeah, you definitely need maybe double hit scan or something. It's hard to pull off when you're trying to pull off a dive to go with like a double ranged hit scan. You're trying your best to get behind and pick off a support with the dive, and that's the whole function. Maybe if they were on defense, you could pull off a bunker or something to kind of prevent that Pharah from getting damaged, but it's going to be really tough here on attack for the Jetpack Cats to get past that, because Pharah's going to set up real aggressive and get a lot of rockets in right off the bat.
That is true, and it looks like Mr. Yeti's in the chat to dole out some cruel punishment, so y'all better be being good, boys and girls and non-binary pals, because we watching you. Let's get into the action as we see Pudge trying to get some hits once again onto Nova and Cry, but as much as the hits land, they're not grabbing the value they're looking for. It looks like we do have a swap with Seraph coming in on the Sombra this time around, trying to see if they can hack out this dive as they continue to try to push into the objective. They're using the side room, seeing if they can get through, and again, Apathy on that Zenyatta, just doling out a lot of damage over distance, but Senza in the back line ends up grabbing Seraph as they try to push out into the objective. Nano from Prince already moving in, looking to see if they can grab the value they're looking for, and Kiddo grabs the double onto Hawk and Cry. Prince able to take down Nova. That's what you needed. You just needed Ana to take out their daughter. That's what you need to do. The res comes in on Senza there at the end, and Objective Alpha is captured with 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining on the clock. We are going to see them go in with just a little over 5.5 minutes to grab Objective Bravo.
Yeah, that definitely worked out for the Jetpack Cats. They took it slow, they played patient, they used the hard cover, went into the room on the left, kind of healed everybody up, played a little bit, denied Pharah the ability to charge up her ultimate, which she already has here. But didn't really have an opportunity to use it. So I think the Jetpack Cats did the smart thing. Let's see if they can pull it off again here on point B.
That is true. Sergio already popping the Valkyrie as they try to lead into the objective. Apathy using the Discords every which way from Sunday right now as Nova trying to hold strong right there. Diva Bomb ends up coming out from Swirl, but not getting the value they're looking for. Goodness gracious, Blood Hungry is hungry to eat Nova and will end up getting them in the end. Not a good position to be in if you're Nova and not going to be able to get that res, but Cry is able to get away, but the dive still waiting to move their way in. Just doesn't feel confident enough, or they might have lost someone in the fight. Not for certain if I was not paying attention, but Bob, oh man, just shy of touching that objective so that they can get that starting to climb, but will go ahead and get some damage in as they go ahead and get first tick. 4:20 on the clock as Nova comes back in on the Doomfist, looking to see if they can provide some additional support. Seraph looking to see if they can use that EMP here shortly. Here it comes, 4-man Kiddo with the 4-man bomb, though. EMP may hack things out, but if the bomb's already in the air, there's nothing you can do about it. With a very perfect 4 minutes on the clock, Jetpack Cats will head on to the defense.
Oh yeah, that was a clutch EMP, but it just short. Just short, because Kiddo had already launched the bomb with perfect timing up into the air and let it drop back down and get that 5K, 4K plus a DMAC. That was all the Jetpack Cats needed, because they that could have gone the other way just a split second earlier. That was definitely set up by Blood Hungry, popping the Primal Rage and pushing the Sombra back into the corner, so she couldn't get to the point to EMP. I'm sure he was trying to go for that environmental kill, but with the translocator out, it was, the environmental kill probably wouldn't happen, but it definitely put them on their heels and stopped the timing of that. So there was a lot of good teamwork, a lot of coordination in there. I liked their patient play. They waited by the elevator. They waited until everybody was on the high ground, healed everybody up, just played a little bit of poke, a little bit of footsie here and there. And then once they committed the Bob, it was kind of an orchestra. They had one piece at a time. The Bob went in first, kind of made some space. Once Bob was, kind of cleared the point, they all jumped in and took the objective and were able to fortify right there. So let's see if the flashbacks can flash back.
We will indeed see if they can do that. They're still sticking on that Fire Mercy, but it looks like Seraph going to be coming out on the Ashe as well. So let's see if Seraph has what it takes with the Mercy kind of divided, whereas Pudge does have the dedicated Sergio Spade on their tail. That's going to really help them out in the power battle against the Ashes. Ares trying to move their way into the objective, but Senza and the rest of the team doing an incredible job. But Seraph and Nova taking down the DPS for the side of Jetpack Cats right there. The res does come in to bring Pudge back into the fight, but that might not be enough as they continue to push in. We see the double DPS attacking Pudge right now, trying to keep them on their heels. Swirlhawk sitting on the high ground, looking to see if they can get some picks. And Ares now back in the fight, able to follow up on Pudge as Sergio falls to Seraph. Without that power duo, it's going to be really hard for them to continue to hold strong on this objective. The res comes in for Nova, and Ares and Apathy just continue to clean things up on the objective. Just a little less time than we saw for the side of Jetpack Cats, but still moving at a calm, patient pace as they head into Objective 2 with just about 4 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. 5 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and this isn't bad at all. Swirly Hawk is out of mech right now, but 70% of the way to getting that Dallas Fuel Diva mech back on and getting in there. I had to note, mad respect.
Of course.
But anyway, they're gonna get that mech back, and I think that's gonna be their cue to push here. And here it comes.
All right, well, you see the dive working its way up. Blood Hungry just trying to do some damage to keep them from moving in. Senza already taking Seraph down in the backline as we see the swap of Pudge over to that McCree early enough that they might be able to grab some value out of that Deadeye this time around. As we hit the 5-minute mark, it looks like we're going to see a stall come out for the side of Flashbacks as they wait for Seraph to get back in the fight.
Yeah, so it looks like a little bit more patience is required. I think Nova tried to take a pretty aggressive flank there. Ended up getting caught and pressured by the McCree. And Senza with a pick.
Man!
That's going to delay.
Just being a bully. Just taking out Seraph every way from Sunday, but Cry does have the res online. Gonna use that to their advantage. It looks like we're seeing a copy pasta here. Seraph ends up taking down Kiddo. The barrage comes out from Sergio, but double kill comes in from Senza and Pudge. But no, another double kill, turning it right around once again. Swirlhawk able to follow up onto Senza. First tick on the objective as they hit the 4-minute mark. And now the Diva Bomb down and looking to get the D-Mech, but the Nano goes in. They're able to touch the objective regardless. The Diva Bomb was just a little bit too early. Sergio Spade using the Valkyrie to heal and damage boost as many as they can. Here comes the Rez, bringing Prince back into the fight, and it looks like they will successfully clear the objective as we see the legs come out from Pudge.
Yeah, Swirly just a little too soon on that Diva Bomb. Thought maybe I'll just place it right here in the center, let it go off, and time will expire. But excellent patience from Kiddo. Got the Nano Boost, was about to go in, but the bomb was going off. So Kiddo hid behind the pillar, waited a second, jumped right back in there. Let him get to 88%. But it's better than a full hold, and they're already beating him on the time bank here.
That is true. If they can continue doing that, this might work out incredibly well for them. Pulse Bomb ends up coming out, not grabbing the value that they are looking for from Senza. Here comes the Valkyrie out from Cry, looking to see if they can turn this around. Senza and Swirlhawk go ahead and take down each other's Tracer as the Diva Bomb comes out from Kiddo. Doesn't grab the value they're looking for, but does get the D-Mech onto Swirl, so that will go ahead and help them out in that aspect. And again, the fight goes in onto the objective, but it doesn't seem to be enough damage for them to hold strong. Pudge on that high ground, looking to see if they can grab a hit onto Apathy, but we'll have to go ahead and allow them to escape to live for another day. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yeah, lots of patience here. I mean, they only need one tick on that objective, and it was so easy for Flashbacks to think, okay, this is winnable, even though we're down 1, even though we're down 2, we just need one tick. We just need to clear them just for a second. And you could tell that they kind of pushed it there, but they came to their senses and everybody backed out. Once the supports backed out, I think everybody else decided, you know what, we're going to get out of here too.
That is true, and it looks like Seraph taking on the McCree now. I want to give a quick shout out to Apathy and Miley Music in the chat for coming in with some additional subs. Really appreciate your support for our community. Let's get back into the action. Minute 45 remaining on the clock as we are just waiting to see Flashbacks push into this objective. Swirlhawk trying to take the flank, gets a Pulse Bomb right in the face after we see it go down, and the D-Mech will come in for Senza, but Seraph not gonna allow it to go down. Seraph the Sheriff, oh! Gets slept out of the High Noon right before they pull the trigger. And Apathy and Ares are gonna get the value they're looking for out of that. Blood Hungry taking down Seraph as they continue to hold strong on this objective. Minute 13 remaining on the clock as Swirlhawk does have the Diva Bomb online, ready to strike at a moment's notice. High Noon now coming out for Pudge, looking to see if they can grab some value. The D-Mech comes in. Diva Bomb now from Swirlhawk doesn't grab what they're looking for. They're able to hide just long enough to keep that objective running. Senza trying to keep out of the line of sight of Seraph will end up getting that pick, but Prince trades or onto Nova. Senza able to follow up onto Apathy, and the clear happens once again. The tanks, the only ones remaining on the objective. With only 30 seconds left to go, Flashbacks are really going to have to get back here in a flash.
Yeah, 91% on the objective. That was so incredibly close. But the respawn advantage is definitely for the Cats here. So looks like they're just setting up. I think Flashbacks have a chance. They're gonna group in, especially on Dive, on the faster heroes. They can definitely get in there. They just need to do it with 1 second remaining. See if they can pull this off in overtime.
That is true. As we head into overtime, the Dive tries to go on the high ground, but Blood Hungry keeps them off of it. Nano now going in on to Blood Hungry, and they are hungry. High Noon comes out from Seraph, ends up grabbing Prince after the double kill. Diva Bomb coming out now for Kiddo, able to grab Seraph the Sheriff there in the end as the res comes in onto Pudge. Overtime continues to tick away as we see Nova now on the Tracer. Swirlhawk trying to get pushed off that objective. Here comes the D-Mech as the bubble comes up, and now Ares back in on the ball, trying to get it back in as fast as they can, but Pudge gonna slam, stun, fan the hammer that, and get them out of there. And now the Jetpack Cats tie it up 1-1 in our Indigo final.
Yeah, we were watching Seraph's POV there on that Diva Bomb, and I could feel him giving up. that bomb, and you could see him like pan left and pan right, looking for cover, and there wasn't any. And you could I could feel it. I could feel him just, oh, well, goodbye.
It's like, why couldn't it have been my Winston bubble? Why did it have to be the other Winston bubble?
yeah. When I saw that Winston bubble, I said, oh, he's saved. Oh, wait, he's not on the red team.
No, he's not.
So, yeah, that was some good moves. But now it's tied up. I mean, this was a very close game. Like I said, I kind of know what the score is, but it's been entertaining to say the least. Volskaya is a very, very good map. And I love 2CP because it's always winnable, right? Even when you've lost, you can always force the draw, at some point. That's what I like about 2CP is you can learn from your mistakes, you can make the adjustments you need to make, and you can come back. And, if you get rolled the first round, well, you just come back and roll it in the second round. You learn what you need to do. And I love Overwatch. You're gonna wait in a queue for 10 minutes. I want a game that's gonna last 25 minutes.
That's right.
Okay? I want a queue for 10 minutes and have it over in 4.5 at a full hold. That sucks. So
yes, it does.
All right.
Gonna take a quick look in the chat here, see kind of what's going on. Getting a lot of good value. Looks like people really enjoying it. Del Plays Game saying Jetpack Cats are doing really well at kiting ults and forcing flashbacks into difficult positions to get the value out of ults and cooldowns. That's a real big brain of you there.
Gameplay. I like it a lot. Our next map looks like it's gonna be Eichenwald. On my desk
You're
here.
right there.
I'm already there. Waiting for these teams the whole time. So let's do it.
Get me a beer.
Yeah.
Fetch
Any of these
my
tabs?
beer.
Well, okay, say no more.
All right. I can't do any more of that tonight. But as we head into Eichenwald, again, this is one of those maps that can be very flexible with what you run. I gotta say, I'm a little surprised that the dive is being run here.
Of any map, I mean, okay, King's Row #1, but Eichenwald #2 for the Rhines, or even some like Orisa or something, like a Shield. A little bit more bunkery, a little bit more brawly. But maybe the Fuel Diva skin is the only one Swirlhawk has, and it gives you more power. And you wouldn't want to switch to Reinhardt if you don't have the fuel skin for it. So
that's true. That might be the issue here. All right, we see the dive moving in. Blood Hungry and Kiddo trading out. Shady V did get subbed in, coming in on the Pharah for this map and gonna take down Concept immediately. The res does come in from Cry. Kiddo not able to take them out before that res was able to pop off. But it looks like now we're going to see the battle of the Pharah Mercies in the sky and the rest of the team on the ground. I mean, who battles on the ground anymore, apparently? As we see Apathy still on that Zenyatta, doling out lots of discords right there. That has really been helping out their team. But you got to wonder, with the Zenyatta Mercy, is it providing enough healing for the flashbacks to continue to hold strong? As we see the Nano going in on the Blood Hungry, looking for some food. Able to get Ares there in the end. Nova does take down Prince, but it looks like the picks are going to continue to come in for JPC. As we see the DMAC come in on Kiddo, Shady does take down Nova. Cry looking for that res, but immediately gets shut down by Shady once again. Concept just zipping around the objective, grabs the double kill. Triple kill. Concept is a Tracer unhinged. Ends up getting taken down by Senza in the end as they swap over to the Ashe. But with 2.5 minutes or 1.5 minutes Ore off the clock, that's going to be a hard push to recover from.
Yeah, that was just a hair away from the first tick. They did not quite get to that 33.3% mark. Oof. But now it looks like Jetpack Cats have a few ultimates coming online. But I think you hit the nail on the head there. The Zenyatta with the Mercy, I don't think it's going to out-heal an Ana Mercy. Because your Mercy is going to be up in the sky with your Pharah. You got Cry and Nova.
Oh man! Oh, that hurts! Oh, Ares thinking the bubble placement was perfect, and Kiddo was like, not so much. Yeah, just sets her right on the edge of the bubble and ends up getting both the inside and the outside. But it looks like, despite losing Ares, Flashback's not going to allow them to take that objective. Ends up sending everyone back to spawn with the quickness and another minute off that clock.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we said it wasn't working with the healing, but apparently the Discord orb is really all you need to. You know, they can't kill you if they're dead. You know, you don't need healing if the enemy is dead. So that's what Flashbacks are counting on here. They're gonna try to see what happens, but.
Ooh, barrage coming out from Shady. Not for certain why. There really wasn't a whole lot of value in there, but there's a lot of value in that bomb. Grabs both DPS as we see the Bob thrown into the fight, looking to see if they can grab any value whatsoever, but they're going to end up falling there at the end. Red Mudkip getting sent back to spawn as well. And with only 40 seconds remaining on the clock, JPC's got to figure out something to do with this.
I think they figured it out. They went to the Tracer McCree. McCree's going to give them a little bit more anti-Pharah, so hopefully they can put a stop to some of that.
I can't give a lot of anti-Pharah if you're dead. So that's not going to work out well for them. Prince and Shady already out of the fight, ended up getting the DMAC too, but Blood Hungry does send Apathy over the edge, looking to see if they can continue to grab value. The tank duo doing really well, but with no healing on the objective, it's going to be really hard for them to hold on. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. As we see them continue to fight for control, now we see Shady over on the legs, but gets taken down by Nova. Senza able to take down Nova, though, as they come towards the ground. Diva Bomb coming in from Kiddo, not able to take down the shield in time, but Senza does take down and escaping Ares right there. The res comes in. Clutch res coming in from Cry. Oh my goodness. I cannot even believe that myself. Swirl coming in, ends up getting DMAC'd and taken down by Blood Hungry, but Ares is an ape unhinged, trying to hold on to this objective. Prince swapping over to the Lucio, but keeps getting booped off, and with only a tick to be had, they will head on to the
lucky to get that. You know, Flashbacks were really just on point. They got that clutch res, like you said. I thought for sure Cry was dead in the water.
Oh,
but no.
yeah.
Managed to make it happen and got away. It was there was a lot going on there, and I'm not sure what to think of this. Once again, I think the Jetpack Cats failed to switch to a counter comp. I think they're losing the mirror match. You know, they're losing the pharmacy dive combo. Every time they try the mirror match, they lose it. I think the best thing for them to do would go to the counter comp, go to the McCree or the Ash or something. Ash apparently wasn't effective there, but you know, something a little bit more range hit scan, double hit scan if you have to, because I think Nova is the one putting in some work here. Nova might be trolling us. Pick the Widowmaker, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, maybe not though. That might be the perfect pick for this area. I mean, especially if you've been watching any of the compilation videos that we've had this season, Eichenwald is the place for the God shot. So if anyone's gonna pull it off, definitely will be Nova. So we will see if that ends up happening, getting an early pick going into this fight. But otherwise, we're seeing the dive on either side once again, and Concept on that Reaper might be a little nuts.
Patience.
Well, it was a headshot just on a 600 health character.
Yeah.
So
it looks
not the person you're going for the God shot.
Yeah, it looks like Nova went ahead and switched over to the Sombra, which I think is a pretty good pick depending on what they've got here. Get in there, hack that Winston. He can't jump in. He can't use a bubble. You isolate him. You can take him down pretty easy, especially with a Reaper.
That's true. Let's see if they can make that happen. Ares trying to push in. Bubble comes up. The healing is huge. Apathy and Cry now over on that Moira and Lucio, just providing a lot of healing and a lot of damage coming out from Concept. Senza and Concept trade blows, but the rest of the picks are coming in huge for the side of Flashbacks. They take us into the half 2-1 as they complete Eichenwald.
Flashbacks flashed back with a vengeance there. Let's see. I think I want to see the Jetpack Cats come in. Play a little bit more of the counter comp, like I was talking about. Play a little bit a little bit slower and not stagger quite so much. I think that's what they were doing there. The flashbacks seem to have everything in order, and they seem to know exactly what they're doing, and they're playing their comfort picks. It just feels like everything's clicking, and they all know exactly where they're going to be. So you gotta if a team is clicking like that and they're firing on all cylinders, there's not a lot you can do except just catch them off guard and throw something at them that they're not ready for. And hopefully that works.
And I'm surprised once again, like you were saying, we were seeing a lot of the mirror match between JPC and Flashbacks, but not so much the counter compositions. I mean, even Flashbacks realizing that, maybe running that full dive isn't the best plan. Having a heavy hitter like a Reaper is definitely something we might want to have so that we can get people off the objective quick by doling out that big old shotgun damage. If we would have seen that out from Jetpack Cats, would that maybe change things? We'll never know. We'll never know, folks. But definitely would have been a shot for them to try to take that objective and make Eichenwald last just a little bit longer. We're going to go ahead and send it to a quick halftime break. Go ahead, use the restroom, invite some more people to watch. I mean, again, some people know the score, but not everybody. And this is turning out to be one heck of a match. So you do not want to miss it. We will be back with more Overwatch Tranquility in about 10 minutes. Hey, welcome back, folks. We're just having a good old time here at Overwatch Tranquility. Speaking of a good old time, we got some news. During the break, Booth, go ahead and send us over to that slide you prepared. Got a very special thank you from our folks over at Rise Above the Disorder. As you know, during our event week, we raised upwards of around $4,000. I almost said 400,000.
Yeah, I think it was like 3670, something like that.
I could only wish. But
Yeah, 3670. That was a big chunk of change for them. And Rise Above Disorder. I met these guys when I was in California, and I talked to them a bit. What they do is they basically pay for mental health and therapy and things like that for people that need it. And even if it's covered by your insurance, you can actually use their website as a free tool to help find a therapist that works for you. And even in times of coronavirus and COVID-19 and quarantines, they have all sorts of therapists that specialize in video chats and text messaging. And, you can get someone that you can chat with. And, if you need financial assistance, you apply through their program and they will pay the bill for you to get you the help you need. And that's just such a great cause, especially for us in gaming. A lot of times, life gets you down and it's getting worse. Everybody's trapped inside and it's winter time now and dark and gloomy outside. So, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody if you need some help and need to talk. So that's what URAD is all about. And we are glad we could help them out. And they made a nice little tweet back to us. So we really appreciate that.
Absolutely. As someone that does suffer from mental health, it is a big thing, especially during this quarantine. So to see for us to be able to raise money for such an amazing cause, y'all have no idea the impact that you're making by providing mental health care to people in need. So thank you so much for helping raise money for such an awesome cause. But we left off at Eichenwald, which was that was a rough one for JPC. Flashbacks ended up bringing it to a 2-1 before the half, and now we're heading into Rialto, and we're gonna see if they can turn things around.
Yeah, fortunately for both of these teams, Rialto is actually a pretty good dive composition map. You can really get in there and see how you can play dive, and there's lots of high grounds, lots of jumping angles, things like that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it.
But I have a question, NPC. If we just always play dive tonight, how can I yell out my shatters?
I have no idea, but you know what? It doesn't look like it. It looks like flashbacks. They're pulling a sneaky. They're pulling a sneaky on us. They're going double shield bunker with a Torbjorn, which I gotta say, mad respect, all right? But at the same time, it looks like Jetpack Cats have finally come to their senses and are doing a Rein Zarya composition. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
I love it.
I'm not sorry.
I love it. No, don't be sorry. The Puncast takes over the feature matches. Here we go. All right, and it looks like we're all right.
Okay. Princess AFK.
Senza was just like, no big deal.
Yeah. They'll never.
There we go. All right, now Senza's popping off. Senza was just waiting for them to work their way around the side, and as you can see, Blood Hungry is hungry. Ends up grabbing Hawk with the Fire Strike as Senza picks off Apathy. The picks come in on either side, but right now Flashback's having to retreat and try to get back to the rest of their team that's coming in at spawn. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining on the clock.
Excellent move by Blood Hungry. Got down to 40 HP and somehow didn't charge in there and sacrifice his life. I don't know. That's a move I would have done.
Yeah, probably what I would have done too. To be completely honest with you. All right, the battle's already taken it up to the first gate as Blood Hungry does take down Nova's turrets. The barrier is down, though, for Blood Hungry, falling incredibly low, but they're not getting the value they're looking for. But no! The window ends up getting popped out, and that's going to get the picks they're looking for. But remember, that window is open in two directions. Whoa, kiddo! And Prince chasing down Torb as the Bob gets invested into the objective. Apathy and Bob, the only ones left around as the Immortality Field gets fed in. Gravitic Flux comes in for Swirlhawk, and Ares now on the Winston ends up getting the pick onto Prince as Red Mudkip falls to Apathy. 2 minutes, 22 seconds remaining on the clock as we see probably a retreat. Probably should be a retreat from the Jetpack.
Yeah. You regroup here. Jetpack Cats have been feeding all night. This is their chance to regroup right here. Now that they're on the Rein Zarya, it's all about regrouping. Honestly, That was a great stall by Apathy. Apathy lived way longer than any Baptiste deserved to on that objective.
Shady found where Ares is for the Crusaders. Blood Hungry comes in with the shatter as Prince takes down Apathy. They are cleaning up the objective now as Senza pulling a wow, that's some, can I just say that's some wild Widow moves to see a Widowmaker on the payload. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Well, you know what?
big range strat.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, objective time wins games. You can get all the kills you want, but if you're not moving that payload, you're not gonna win. So
That's true. Objective 1 captured. They got a little less than 4 minutes on the clock, giving them plenty of time to get through here, but already flashbacks are set up to take this high ground from them as we see the charge coming and looking to see if they can grab that shatter in time. Trying to tackle away. Nova ends up grabbing Blood Hungry. Just whoa!
whoa, point blank.
Holy nuts! Seraph just gets domed by Senza right there as they try to take over the objective. Cry and Kiddo trading out. Here comes the Coalescence out from Apathy. Red Mudkip holding on for now. Fat Shatter coming out from Blood Hungry. Not gonna let anybody live through that encounter, but right now in the back line, it looks like Swirl and Apathy holding strong, but not for long. 3 minutes on the clock, and JPC is taken to objective 2.
I feel like JPC may have they won the fight, but they used both tank ultimates for a lot of CC right there. I feel like they wish they could have that grab back because now it looks like they're going to dive onto the point here, and we may not have enough presence.
That's true, and now Seraph in on the Reaper. Diva Bomb coming out from Swirlhawk, not grabbing the value they're looking for, but Seraph the Sheriff on that Reaper, cleaning up that objective, grabs the double kill as Ares follows up on to Senza, and that is going to be it for this push. Jetpack Cats just shy of the objective are going to go ahead and pull back for another push.
Yeah, it looks like flashbacks have flashback to their Sombra Reaper dive composition, and then you know, I think Jetpack Cats look a little bit more comfortable on this on these picks that they have here. The Reaper, which is a great anti-pick for that dive.
Oh, big EMP Blossom from Seraph grabs the triple kill as Kiddo ends up taking themselves out due to all the damage. Team kill rings loud and proud, and another 20 seconds off that time bank.
Yeah, both DPS ults committed there. You kind of have to commit them in tandem, though. EMP doesn't do a whole lot by itself. Really good play there from flashbacks, kind of stalling for time. At only a minute and a half here, you've got, you know, 2 solid pushes and 1 round of ultimates that you can use before you have to capture the objective.
That's true. Prince already being hacked out. The Blossom comes out from Shady, but Swirl, hungry hippos, eats them all up. But Senza doesn't even care. Just goes behind and starts cleaning it up. Shady takes down Hawk on the high ground, and Prince able to boop Apathy into the abyss. With a little over a minute on the clock, they'll grab objective number 2, heading into objective 3 with 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, Shady B bringing out the Dallas Fuel Reaper, definitely giving them an advantage here against the dive composition. You know, oh boy.
Or the Crusaders, but Ares not going to allow Blood Hungry to clean that up, and now popping the Primal to go ahead and try to take down the rest of the team. Nova and Seraph end up finding picks of their own, and the rest of JPC is going to go ahead and try to pull back to spawn without getting taken out.
It's actually a pretty good spot for the cart to be, right around that second corner there. Any closer, and it gives flashbacks, you know, really great respawn advantage. But right here, you can get 1 or 2 picks and still push in and manage that cart presence and get that cart rolling. So I think this is a good position for them to be in. We just have to wait and see what happens here. It looks like Senza's on the flank.
Sneaky Senza coming in with the pulse bomb as the EMP comes out, ends up grabbing 4. Diva Bomb gets sent down, and it looks like Senza threw out the bomb, didn't get the value that they were looking for. The rest of the team is down, and Nova finalizes the kill on Senza. Another 30 seconds shaved off that time bank.
Yeah, here we are, 1 minute remaining. Looks like JPC are gonna have a grab and maybe a blossom by the end of the fight. But it looks like Flashback's gonna have the ultimate advantage here. They've already got their blossom. They've got they've got both support ultimates, and they're coming up on another primal.
Ooh, and there it is. Just take down Blood Hungry and no shield there to eat it up. And that is another pretty much team kill for the side of Flashbacks. Is a team kill as it rings out right there. 35 seconds remain on the clock as JPC heads in for probably their final attack.
Yeah, you gotta do something here. It's do or die. The good news about the team kill is they did all reset kind of at once, so that's good news.
That is true. Barrier comes up, trying to provide Kiddo with some charge. The Primal and Beat get fed into the Graviton as the Shatter comes out from Blood Hungry, pins the angry Winston against the wall, not gonna let Ares get away, but it looks like we did lose Shady B in the fight right there, so trying to get back in as quickly as possible to dole out the Death Blossom. Diva Bomb now coming in from Swirl, needs to get that mech back in time, but Ares gonna get taken down by the big beam that is Kiddo. Now that we have the Diva back into the fight, Swirlhawk is gonna try to hold on. They know that Blossom's coming. Here it comes! Shady Yum Yum, eat him up, and Seraph takes him out of the fight. EMP comes in huge, grabs the Quint as Shady's already down. The rest of the team hacked out, and it is the inevitable. The Graviton comes out from Kiddo, but it's not enough. At the 79.79 meter mark, almost a very nice number. We will go ahead and see them get sent back for another round.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was a pretty decent push there from the Jetpack Cats. I kind of thought they were going to make it all the way, but you got to get Diva out of the mech, or at least you have to bait out that defense matrix before you use that Death Blossom. Shady didn't get any value at all out of it, and that's unfortunate because I think that could have won them the point right there. But I mean, you know, this is a really difficult map to actually complete. You know, this one, and I think maybe, for me, Numbani, I think, are maps that are difficult to complete. It's a little bit hard to get all the way to the end. So honestly, it's actually a respectable push. At almost 80 meters, you're really only short, 3 meters or so.
That's true. Oh, look at Shady just being so comical over there with Blood Hungry. Thinking that their not translocator, but their time device not working properly. So cute.
Chronal Accelerator.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not big brain tonight. All right.
Okay, yeah, I'm the lore master over here.
You know what? Just gonna have it for translocator for Tracer. There we go.
Okay, perfect.
All right, let's go ahead and see what they can pull off. Senza getting the power boost. Looking at, so close for that click onto Ares to start things off. Oracy and Swirl moving on to the high ground with Ares as well, trying to see if they can push around this side. It's dive v dive, but Seraph is on that Reaper again with Nova on the Sombra. Has been working out incredibly well for them as we see Nova trying to move in, gets the pick onto Blood Hungry, but falls to Prince in the end due to the anti-nade. And those picks coming in huge, sends a clicking heads right there. And that's going to be it for this push. Looks like they're going to try to at least stall the cart right there, but not going to advance till the team gets back together.
Yeah, I like the positioning from the Jetpack Cats here. They're playing long lines of sight. They're trying to prevent the cart. I think Flashbacks, they're going to try to get behind him. They're going to try to win the fight without actually touching the cart and then go back for the cart. I think that's the play, and it's actually a smart move, and that's what they're going to do here. They're going around back.
Oh, it seems like already Shady knows where they're at. The team engaging on that side flank. Ares trying to move their way into the action, having to retreat. Don't have the healing or the damage to be able to hold strong. Nova falling incredibly low as Senza just click the heads right now with both DPS out of the fight. It's going to be hard for Flashbacks to push into this. And they're going to have to wait for this next fight.
Yeah, like I said, I love the positioning here, especially from Senza, way back in the back, kind of giving them some coverage. But Nova's going to attempt again. They're going to come around back. They're going to flank them.
You gotta see if Senza is gonna use those sights to find out where Nova's at. The hack came in big, but is it gonna be enough for them to hold strong? EMP grabs the tanks as the Diva Bomb came out for Kiddo again just a little earlier. Ends up grabbing the double right there as Blood Hungry follows up onto Swirlhawk. The picks continue to come in. Senza does end up falling to Ares, but Shady B will go ahead and clean that up, allowing the stagger to continue. Apathy and Nova now swapping over to the Zen. Oh my gosh, this is all changing up. Zen, Tracer, Widow, and Mercy for Seraph, Nova, Apathy, and Cry. They are looking to try to match this comp and delete it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, getting those Discord orbs out there, that's gonna be pretty big for Apathy. Already proven tonight that technically last night about the response time, but we're already picking out some players.
That is true. Oh, Seraph falling incredibly low and able to grab Senza with the recoil right there. Just enough time to return the shot and still not die. The Primal Rage ends up coming out from Ares, and that payload is moving its way into Objective 1 with about a minute on the clock, but it doesn't look like JPC is finished yet. Ares falling low and will end up falling to Kiddo as they push their way back into Objective 1. They are going to stop this before they are able to get that touch in. Blood Hungry gets the nano and sends it back in to grab some heads on Apathy. And that is going to be it for this push. 35 seconds remaining on the clock as we head into Flashback's final fight.
Well, that was a smart retreat by the Flashbacks. They didn't want to stagger. They didn't want to keep feeding. Several of their members just decided, nope, we're going back to spawn. We're going to wait for everybody else. And the people that were there died right away, which gives them plenty of time to push in. But with Sensa having Infrasight, it's not going to be easy.
Ooh, no, it is not. Almost clicking Apathy's head right there. Not a good place to be. And Red Mudkip is power boosting that. Oh, not able to grab the headshot on the Seraph to get them out of that fight, but they are keeping them at bay. Nova looking to try to come in with that Pulse Bomb grab. The Widowmaker, here it comes! Oh, nope, not yet. Sensa does click Seraph there at the end. Pulse Bomb, oh no! Nova using the recall and not having it for the Pulse Bomb. Ended up getting caught up on the wall. Not a good place to be. At least with the recall, you know where you've been. Diva Bomb coming in for Swirlhawk, looking to see if they can grab value as the res comes in onto Ares, but it doesn't look like that is going to be enough. Sprint's doing a really good job keeping the tanks up in the fight as Senza starts clicking heads one more time. Blood Hungry is hungry for some Cry. Seraph now in on the Genji, looking to see if they can provide some value that way, but Shady B is not going to allow that to stand. Overtime continuing to tick away as we see the feed come in from Flashbacks, but it's not going to be enough. Jetpack Cats tying it up 2-2 as we head into our next control match.
Oh, Nova, why? You could have had the Mercy, you could have had the Widow, and you killed yourself, son. Oh, no. Oh, man. That's rough, but we got ourselves a series 2-2.
Yeah.
That was some amazing positioning from the Cats. Just, excellent patient play, waiting for Flashbacks to push in, take their position, get where they needed to be. They had a plan, but Flashbacks, they tried the same thing 3 times, and the third time, Jetpack Cats had Infrasight. So
yeah.
I don't know. They should have switched up their tactic. I think once it didn't work the second time, I think you just kind of move on. But they did switch up heroes. It might have been a little too late. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there was just a lot of discombobulation there with Senza being on that Widow really had the team split up, which could be an advantage or a disadvantage, depending on how you look at it. Senza was doing a really great job of keeping well hidden the majority of that defensive fight, and it was really taking a lot for Nova and Seraph to try to figure out where they are. Seraph was able to get quite a few picks onto Senza early, but maybe it was just too early in the fight because they didn't end up engaging fast enough to take advantage of the 5v6. So we will see if that continues forward as we head into our next map, which I believe is going to be Lijiang Tower. which is typically the one that we've seen start things off, but now going to be one of the ones that rounds things out. It looks like our first map for Lijiang going to be at the control center. So go ahead, start popping off in the chat if you don't know who's going to take away the victory tonight. To me, right now, it's looking like anybody's game.
Yeah, it could go either way. We all kind of know the score, but I mean, I'm up for some good Overwatch. I'm up for some close matches. I just want to see it go all the way. I'd hope for a map 7, but I don't think we're going to see it tonight.
There's only 6, so
yeah.
Unfortunately, we already know that much. Got really close, but I gotta tell you, JPC has been doing an incredible job against Flashbacks. Flashbacks, who have been undefeated this season. All right,
double Maywall.
Very early. Maywall's going up for either side as Nova comes out on the Junkrat. Swirlhawk now taking on to that Zarya, seeing if they can match out Kiddo, but Blood Hungry ends up falling early in that fight. Ares holding strong against that, and Swirlhawk will grab Kiddo in the end. With both tanks out of the fight, it looks like Flashbacks will go ahead and take control of this objective.
Yeah, Flashbacks are doing a great job of, winning the fight without touching the objective and then just going back for the objective. It's keeping Jetpack Cats on their heels. It's keeping them, pushing back. And then now that they've got that clock running, just take their time.
That is true. Moving their way in already with the window coming in for Apathy, and the deletes just start ringing in. Pudge and Swirlhawk trading kill after kill on this objective right now, but Swirl is just a Zarya unhinged. Hasn't played Zarya all night, but already supercharged and mowing everyone down like we've been seeing Kiddo do all night.
Yeah. Also, Dallas Fuel skin on that Zarya. Love to see it. Definitely giving them some power. But I think this is where the Jetpack Cats, they can rally here. They got the early wall and the blizzard.
Oh, interesting. Countering the blizzard with grab ends up keeping them away, but Sergio popping out the coalescence to go ahead and get that damage onto anyone that was in that blizzard. They're going to go ahead and clear the objective, and at the 65% mark will gain control for the Jetpack Cats.
Yeah, that was definitely their opportunity to regroup, get that early wall and blizzard. I like the play here with the Reaper and the wall, so we're going to see what happens. We're going to try to bait somebody in.
Oh, no. Ares is right there, but remember, they do have a Junkrat. That wall ain't going to stand up for long. Ares is falling low. Blizzard now coming out from from Concept, looking to see if they can grab that value, and will find it. Blood Hungry, Pudge, and Sensa will all fall in that fight. And with 30% on the objective, it looks like we're going to see control quickly go back over to the Flashback.
Yeah, they expended a lot of ultimates to do so. They used the Blizzard, they used the Baptiste window. They used a lot of things to make that happen. So we got Jetpack Cats coming back in with a lot of ultimates online, and 2 more coming in.
There comes the shocker. Nova looking to see if they can grab it. Does end up getting Prince in the end. And that's going to make it a 5v6 here for a moment. We're headed into final fight territory as JPC waits for theirs. And, that looks like a lot of miscommunications there, folks. Ends up getting the double kill on the objective. Triple kill. You know what? Despite what happened, it looks like JPC's still gonna take this objective. NPC, how the heck did that happen?
Yeah, I think the wall wasn't in the right place. I think the wall was supposed to be kind of behind him, and it was just a little too close because the grab hit it. It didn't catch anybody. Then the next thing you know, there was another blizzard, and nobody was in it. And then
the shatter came out. They got nothing but shield. Here comes the blizzard against the graviton, though. Swirlhawk grabbing Prince, but the rest of the picks, except for Blood Hungry, coming in for the side of JPC. 65% and climbing as Flashbacks prepare for another attack.
Yeah, Jetpack Cats need to get their main tank back in. Blood Hungry needs to get there with his team. The rest of the team needs to meet them on the back side, not the front here, because they're going to lose that front end brawl.
Yep, that window's coming up huge, but so is the wall. We're coming in, tackle, but Nova coming in with the double kill. Now the tire, another double, looking to see if they can clean up the Reaper as well. Senza now swapping over to the Doom as overtime ticks away. Not going to be able to get back into the fight soon enough. 100-91 as Flashbacks take the lead on Leisure.
Yeah, still pretty respectable. But that was I think they misused their abilities there and blew all their cooldowns. They ended up winning the fight by using even more abilities, even more ultimates, and even more cooldowns. Jetpack Cats probably could have held on to that with better ultimate management and better communication. Flashbacks once again firing on all cylinders, just doing whatever it takes, getting things done. Making the swaps. Looks like we're gonna go here with the Symmetra play. We're gonna TP. I don't know if we're gonna TP out of spawn, if we're gonna TP directly up to the point, but we'll see what happens.
Looks like we're getting a lot of memes on Senza there. Sorry, fam, but we're getting spammed this ball for the Senza wall, and oh boy. Oh man, that is unfortunate there. But hey, I mean, you did still take the objective back. Probably just hoping that you had that Graviton back. But now we're gonna see Senza coming in on the Symmetra this time around. Already JPC on the objective, but as usual, Nova and Cry on that Far Mercy trying to find their way in here. Interestingly enough, we're seeing a double shield this time around from Kiddo and Blood Hungry, trying to use that double shield to protect them all over the objective, as we see Nova and Cry trying to get some picks there in the back line, but it's just not working out for them. Blood Hungry does take down Concept with the Fire Strike, and the D-Mech comes in onto Swirlhawk, 20% and climbing as the Jetpack Cats continue to hold this objective.
Yeah, I think they knew that Nova was going to come in on that Pharah. Night Market, you're either going to see the Symmetra or the Pharah. Rarely both, but you're going to see one or the other, and I think the double shield is definitely the way to go here against the Pharah. I don't know that we're going to see Nova pull out the Symmetra anytime soon.
All right, well, we will see if that is indeed the case. Nova does have the Barrage online. Here it comes! Barrage is huge! Grabs the double, and the Transcendence coming in from Apathy to save the day as they push into that objective. We see the kill coming in with the concussion mine onto Apathy, but the res from Cry brings them back into the fight. Gravitic Flux coming in from Kiddo, who got slung off the map, ends up getting the D-Mech onto Swirlhawk, and will be pushing back into the objective. JPC still in control of this objective as they hit the 75% mark. And the feed starts coming in. Prince has the beat drop ready and raring to go and is keeping that feed going. 80%. Cry pulling out the Glock there at the end, but it's already too late. 84% for the side of JPC as Flashbacks take the objective.
That was the best play I've seen from Kiddo all night. Gets booped off the map, fallen back, uses the ultimate, get back in there, holds everybody up in that Gravitic Flux, at least 3 people, slams them back down, and goes back in and gets at least 10 more percentage points. That was a great use of that one ult.
Absolutely, and Concept in the backline just being an absolute nuisance on that Tracer does end up taking out both the healers. Nova in the sky, working their way back up to another barrage as we see Flashbacks head up to that 35% mark.
Yeah, Jetpack Cats, they need to be patient here. Oh, they got their teleporter taken down right away.
Oh, the Shatter comes out, gets the D-Mech onto Swirl, and uses the Diva Bomb to grab it, to grab that mech back, but it's not going to be soon enough. Barrage coming up, ends up grabbing Blood Hungry, but with the picks already cut. Oh, I am absolutely wrong on that. That was exactly enough for what they needed to take that objective back. And it looks like Senza is going to go ahead and swap over to the McCree to see if they can take that Far Mercy out of the sky.
Yeah, I mean, that was That was a hectic fight. People were dropping all over the place. You know, I thought it was winnable for both teams at least 3 times. So it looks like we're gonna see the tire. It's gonna be huge.
Tire at least gets the DMAC on the swirl, so not going to be able to eat up that damage. Prince able to get that pick, but Apathy does take down Senza as well. Control does go back over to the Jetpack Cats as the Gravitic Flux comes out. Triggered on Cry as the Transcendence also gets popped, so no healing ultimates for the side of Flashbacks as they look to get back into the fight. Nova and Apathy trying to hold strong right there, getting picks in the front and back line. Able to grab Kiddo as Concept now back in the fight. Cleans up the double right there. Overtime ticks away and Flashbacks will take it back one more time.
Yeah, once again, another clutch Gravitic Flux from Kiddo. Just an amazing play there. Even though you're only catching the Mercy all by herself, she's in the Valkyrie, and you managed to take her out of that fight early. There's no res, there's no healing. You've got a great trade for your ultimate.
All right, well, we got Kiddo now coming in on that ball as Nova and Cry get the double. The
VOD came to an end. Flashbacks ended up winning that one. No, Jetpack ended up winning that one, and then we went over to City Center, the Gardens, and Flashbacks won that. So,
oh man,
that was the end of our VOD, people. Good game, everybody. I think Kiddo gets my play of the match. You know, I don't know what's going on with our
wow. Why? I've never seen that happen in a VOD in a replay code before. Oof.
Yeah.
That's a big oof, folks. Sorry about that. We were just as excited to see the rest of that fight, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. It did. The secret of how Lijiang Tower ended up going down is only for the eyes of those that participated in the fight. So.
Yeah, it was probably not safe for TV. Like, too hot for TV.
Yeah, Overwatch is just trying to help us out here, making it so that we don't get struck down by Twitch. I see.
Yeah. So it looks like we're gonna go Kings Row. Everybody's favorite map. I mean, if you have a different favorite map, you're just wrong, and I want you to uninstall.
Man, that's not nice. That's not nice. I play this map. Not only do I play the map as a player, but I cast this map all the time on PC. I just want a little variety. All right.
Okay, well, we already got to see Eichenwald, which is the poor man's Kings Row.
True. We got a little variety today, but still Kings Row. Like, if I had to rank all my hybrid maps, Kings Row still kind of at the bottom.
Whoa! Wow. Okay.
It's not that I don't like to play on it. That's not why. It's just I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah. You're tired of casting those matches that go 6 to 5.
I fall asleep. Yeah. I fall asleep after these casts, and I just see like the towers of Kings Row around me, and I'm just like, ah! I'm just like, no, please, Blizzard World, save me, no.
All right, so we're gonna see what comes out here. It looks like Flashbacks starting it on defense here with the Torbjorn. Nova on the Torbjorn. It did not work out for them last time they tried the Torbjorn, but they are all hiding inside the hotel, which is an interesting choice, just to prevent the Widowmaker from getting an early pick.
Probably.
Yeah, they don't want anybody to see what they have.
They don't know where they are since they're setting up on that high ground. I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
They're bunkering down, too. Interesting. Shady and Senza, though, coming out on the Reaper and Doomfist. So that bunker, I hate to say it, it's not going to last very long with that kind of composition. The BAP pulling out the immortality, but nope, it ain't enough. It just is not enough, and this is JPC's last chance to try to turn this around, and they are rocking it right now. Concept diving in, trying to see if they can get that res off, but are going to be unsuccessful, and in the first... What was that?
Yeah, 45 seconds, minute, I don't know. I mean, look, Bunker Bjorn is not a strength of the flashbacks. They've already switched to the Rein, Zarya, Reaper, Symmetra, so they had to reset all of their ultimates, and the Moira. So they've reset almost every ultimate, and the Lucio. They've switched every hero and every ultimate now. And Jetpack Cats have like miles ahead. Sensa at 83% to the Space Jam. It's just gonna be insane.
Let's see if we can welcome some heroes to the jam right here, folks, as we see them trying to push that card in. Flashback trying to see if they can bring it back, but Senza sends Ares right into the wall. Kiddo taking themselves out, not well planning on that bubble management right there, just a little too low to suck up that damage. But it looks like the pick's gonna continue to come in for Jetpack Cats. See, I get what it is. They ended up shaving off that part of Lijiang Tower because this one is gonna be a frickin' barn burner. Look at this speed.
Yeah. I mean, this is just insane. Oh my gosh. There's a whole lot going on here. These teams have already got the second point.
They did it! Oh my, what is this is a Jetpack Cat unhinged right now. They just are not slowing down. 5 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. I thought flashbacks would at least try to touch the objective, but there was just too much.
I had to double check and make sure they weren't playing goats because they're just rolling through here.
Just go goats. Graviton comes in huge. 5-man EMP coming in from Nova, though, as Seraph and Concept trying to turn things around. Swirl falling incredibly low as they get taken down by Prince, but Red Mudkip gets followed up on by Seraph, and that's going to be the end of that push for the Jetpack Cats. But they got 5 minutes on the clock. Holy moly.
Yeah, 5 minutes to make it less than 20 meters. It's gonna be close. Seraph taking a watch on the high ground. I like this here. I mean, Jetpack Cats, they got 3 ultimates. I wouldn't be surprised to see them cap this in the next minute and a half.
Well, we will see
if that is
the case. Graviton Surge does come in huge. Blossom as well, but a Blossom from Shady pops off harder. Ends up grabbing the double, and Senza will follow up onto Seraph. The only one that falls will be Senza and Shady, but that might have been all they needed. They just got to keep them off that objective long enough, and Senza does have the Meteor Strike online. Coalescence coming out for Red Mudkip as the EMP hacks Red Mudkip right out of it, along with Prince and Kiddo with no heals on the objective right now. Seraph is going to come in and try to shred. Meteor Strike coming in from Senza, ends up getting immediately hacked out after they land, but the swinging comes in huge. Shatter is fat for Blood Hungry, and with 3 minutes 58 seconds on the clock, they will grab objective 3 and head into round 2.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, this is maybe the Jetpack Cats have been sandbagging all night. That must have been the case, because this is definitely their A game. And you know, if you're flashbacks, you got to be demoralized now with 4 minutes almost remaining. That's pretty big. That's really, really fast for the Jetpack Cats. Now, flashbacks, you know, they just didn't have an answer. I think maybe they're regrouping now. They're like, what do we do about the Doomfist? What do we do about this? What do we do about that? And I think they might have an answer. They're coming up with something. They got Nova back on that Pharah to give them the range and the distance. You know, and they got Apathy back on the Zenyatta to give them that Discord Orb. Give them a little bit more damage. I'm not opposed to it. The dive defense, the dive offense, it's going to work here. I think the dive on offense, it's going to work out better for them than like a bunker or a dive defense. So we're going to see the standard comp out of you know, your McCree goats basically coming out of Jetpack Cats. McGoats.
Yeah.
Totes McGoats.
Excuse me, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? Yes, I would like the McGoats, please. I'm sorry, we don't serve that. Only the traditional
two goats
skins allowed. All right, so
Florida Mayhem skins.
traditional Florida Mayhem.
I
Ooh,
got
baby.
one of those. I got the big yellow Reinhardt. I love it.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. All right, we already see the dive coming in. Discord Orb currently sitting onto Blood Hungry as Blood Hungry falls low, and Nova ends up taking him out of the fight. Follows up onto Prince as well, but Shady holding strong for now. But Nova, again, this Pharah unhinged. They're looking to set just as fast a record as we saw from the Jetpack Cats. Holy goodness. They will have enough time to respawn to hold this area right outside of Objective 1, but whoa. Nova's already up to that barrage, and Transcendence out from Apathy. This is going to be a hard road to hold.
Yeah, this is they're definitely need to get more hit scan to keep Nova in check, because Nova is just pumping down the damage already at that rocket barrage. I wouldn't be surprised to see Nova go out there and pop it right now, because he's just got to start building another one. You can't build another one until you use this one.
That is true. Goodness, how crazy would that be if you could? Oh no! How did they not see it coming? Nova with the quad kill, cleaning up the streets of Kings Row. Almost said Eichenwald right there, as that payload starts making its way in with just a little under 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, that's this is gonna be a long game. We're gonna see. Yeah, it looks. I mean, we got Swirlhawk put back on that Dallas Fuel Diva skin. Now maybe they're making some traction.
And maybe that's it. Maybe that's what they
gotta
need.
be it.
Or are we gonna see one of those where like the defense is bad, but the attacks are like amazing kind of nights? That round to 6, round to 9 kind of attacks going on. Goodness gracious.
You know what? I love to see it.
Seraph make that triple. Ends up grabbing that as Seraph and Ares clean up the objective. With 4 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock, they'll grab objective 2, bringing up to 5.5 minutes to make it into objective 3, but Kiddo's like, nope.
All right, using the res early, that's a bold move, because it goes into reset for 30 seconds. They're not going to have this until they have less than 5 minutes remaining, so...
True, but do you want to wait? And that Fat Shatter might hold that off. Blood Hungry taking the... Oh! I didn't even see where Senza was in that. Seraph grabs the double kill as Nova takes down Blood Hungry and Red Mudkip. Team kill rings out loud for Flashbacks as they push in. Less than 30 meters remaining and 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, between Blood Hungry's shield and both of Sensa's block abilities, I thought for sure Sensa would survive, but apparently not.
The healers are dead! Oh no! Apathy coming in, taking down Blood Hungry, and already seeing Senza thrown off that objective and taken down by Seraph the Sheriff. The time bank gets shaved as we see a clutch move coming in from Flashbacks, rolling in with 2 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock.
Wow, that would have been a 4 minute and 33 seconds.
Yeah.
4 minutes and 35 seconds. But that was just... Both of these teams just rolling through on attack. I'm kind of disappointed that we have to reset down to 2 minutes. I kind of wanted to see...
Yeah.
I wanted to see 5 more minutes of each team.
I mean, we might. We might still see 5 more minutes of each team by the way they're going. I mean, as long as they get it in without a 0 seconds on the clock, they'll always come back with that 1 minute. So the question is, are Flashbacks going to roll this one more time and take it all the way to the end real quickly? Or are Jetpack Cats going to stall them out here and tie up this series? That's going to be the real question here, folks.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be tough. Jetpack Cats coming on the attack here. They've got the shorter time banks. They have to attack first. It's gonna be really close. I feel like maybe they can just storm onto here. Flashbacks went back to their dive that they're comfortable on. Seems like they're a lot more comfortable on it than the Jetpack Cats, but Jetpack Cats have the traditional Ryan Zarya going on here.
That's right, and already we see Senza on that Widowmaker, looking to see if they can find some value in taking out Nova and Concept on that Bar of Mercy. Ares diving in, looking to see if they can grab the main tank, falling low, but gonna go ahead and get healed back up. Nova and Kiddo end up trading picks right there, grabs the double. Kiddo is charged up, ready to roll. The flashbang comes in from Seraph, but it's not strong enough to keep Shady out of the fight. First tick on the objective, minute 25, second tick, looking to hold strong as we see Concept just was floating above them, stalling that objective. And it looks like with third tick captured, that's going to be point number 4 for the Jetpack Cats as we head into the streets of Kings Row one more time.
Oh, that was a valiant effort from Concept on the Mercy, just dodging around, staying alive as long as possible. Unfortunately, she got the bad spawn, so her team had to wait for the Mercy to come back.
All right, 50 seconds remaining on the clock, and Jetpack Cats trying to hold strong against this. We got the barrage coming in, a huge triple kill. Comes in, quad kill comes in, team kill, almost ringing out. The only one left near the objective is Senza, but picks off Nova. The res is going to come in with 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Will this be the end for the Jetpack Cats?
Seraph's got that high noon. If I was Seraph, I'd take a high ground flank, try to get behind the Pharah.
Oh, not going to be enough time. I don't think they're going to be able to do so. Shatter comes in huge for Blood Hungry, but unfortunately doesn't have the power to hold it off. Seraph grabs Shady B with the Deadeye as the Graviton Surge coming out from Kiddo. Nano and Flashbang get invested to try to keep Kiddo off that objective and will end up being successful. Overtime will tick away as Ares counter tackles Blood Hungry coming around that corner, and that's going to be the end of the push for the Jetpack Cats. They have one chance, one opportunity to hold off flashbacks, unless they plan to fall down.
Yeah, no, that's true. They're definitely planning a full hold here. Hopefully they don't try something like a Bunker Bjorn or something like that. I think they stick with the Rein Zarya. It seems to be working for them, but they definitely need a better hit scan or more reliable, maybe even double hit scan, because the Pocket Pharmacy, it's just so hard to counter with just one hit scan. Mm-hmm. If you can get Nova out of the fight early, that's probably going to be your best bet. It looks like they are going to do that. Shady and Sensa both on the double hats. Looks like they're reviving the Deadlock Gang one last time. Yeah, they both got cowboy hats. We got the double hat going on.
Oh, very nice.
So, reviving the Deadlock Gang. We're gonna see what we can do against Nova here. Seraph coming out on the Widowmaker, gonna try to get an early pick. We'll see what happens here. They got 2.5 minutes to hold it. I feel like Jetpack Cat's back on the dive tanks though. It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough, but it'll give them the mobility to try to keep their cowpoke duo in the line and help them out for protection. Looking for the shot. Seraph not able to find it right there. Shady falling incredibly low, keeping themselves alive, but gonna have to retreat. Kiddo goes up there to try to counter him out, and Senza will grab the pick onto Nova, being protected by the rest of the team. D-Mech comes in onto Swirl as the Sheriff falls to Senza's Kree one more time. 2 minutes remaining on the clock as we see the Reba group come in for the flashback.
Yeah, we see Seraph here switch off of the Widowmaker, go back to a McCree, and Swirl off the D.Va. Oh, maybe it's just to get the mech back.
Yeah,
switched off the ball, and then back onto D.Va. Resulted in less ultimate charge. I don't know if that was the right maneuver, but we'll see.
That's true. I mean, with only 2 minutes on the clock, though, would you rather waste time or would you rather try to get that ult charge back? That's kind of where I believe they were sitting at, and they felt that it was a valuable trade. Now we see Seraph coming in on the Kree, trying to see if they can take Senza out, regain that role of Sheriff, but Shady taking down Ares one more time, really holding them off this objective. With a minute 10 remaining on the clock and a barrage in sight, we have to know, is it going to be enough for them to hold on for this objective?
This is some good positioning here between Kiddo and Prince. I like that because Pharah was only able to focus one at a time and would have to get out of position to focus the healers around the corner. That was an excellent split.
Another swap here. Ares going over to the Reinhardt. Not exactly what you would expect. Barrage comes in huge again. Nova just is uncontested right now. Grabs the triple kill. Seraph and Ares clean up the objective. And with 30 seconds remaining on the clock, they'll grab another 30 seconds when that point unlocks, giving them about 45 seconds to push it most of the way through the King's Row Street.
Yeah, they just got to get past the bookstore and then past the bar. It's right there in front of that bar. That's a really tough point to hold. I think if the card had made a little bit more progress, it'd be a lot easier for the Jetpack Cats. But right there, your spawn advantage is about even, and I think you got to give it to the attackers because they've got that healing from the payload.
That's true. Coming in, the Diva Bomb ends up grabbing Ares' shield, but the Nano goes in onto Blood Hungry, trying to see if they can grab some value as well. Here comes the Primal Rage. They're just trying to push them off the objective at this point. Shady able to grab the pick onto Seraph. Diva Bomb now trading in, but I was about ready to say I could have swore there was no shield.
Again!
No! What?
No! Okay, casting from VODs is maybe a bad idea.
Oh,
I don't think we're gonna do this again. But man, it was thrilling.
Oh man! So
I think there's only one fair way to have this happen: is we have to get the teams back in here and we have to play the rest live.
Gotta do it again.
Yeah, we gotta go again.
Same conditions and do it again. No, I'm just joking. Unfortunately, we're not gonna do that. But flashbacks do end up winning it out in the end. Just kind of like NPC said, the spawn advantage is relatively even, but the extra healing having it on the payload, and plus the just Nova just over and over again tonight has just been I wouldn't say uncontested, but definitely incredibly resilient because just could not keep a good Pharah down, folks. Sorry you didn't get to see the end of that, but go ahead, start popping off in the chat who you want to see as your MVP for the evening, and I'm gonna throw it to NPC. Who is your player of the match tonight?
Oh man, that's so tough. So many good players. I don't know. Why did you have to ask me first? Why couldn't I go later?
I mean, I can go if you want me to.
Yeah, you go first.
Right,
You go first.
I'll go
Let me
ahead
think
and go
about
first.
this. Let me go think
I
about
always love to give it up to the analyst first. You had more time to think about it, but I actually got one, and actually, this is making me cry a little bit because Cry was phenomenal on that Mercy tonight. Oh my goodness. Got the Mercy wiggle down to pretty much perfection. Going for clutch reses where... How? I still can't wrap my mind around that Eichenwald one. I still don't know how that was pulled off, but really just turned it absolutely around in that match and really had a lockdown. And honestly, even though Nova, I'm sure, is an incredibly skilled Pharah, without that Mercy to at least help you out every now and again, it would have been really hard to continue to take those angles and those shots that they were getting. So, Cry, you're walking away with my player of the match tonight. How about you, NPC?
For me, you know what? I thought about it, and there was a whole lot of good plays. But for me, I think it's Kiddo. I really love the off tank player. Some of the great Diva bombs. We got to see that huge 4K. We got to see some amazing timing. We got to see the Gravitic Flux come in clutch twice. There's some really high skill play in there for off tank. So I got to give it to Kiddo.
All right, folks. Well, as you know, we did have to delay some games this week due to weather in other parts of the country. So we have our other two finals matches planned for next week, and then it's grand finals, and then it's all-stars, baby. So our next cast that you'll be able to see is going to be on Monday night, where we'll be having big old Papa Cav come in on the Irish podcast and going to tell us all about season 6. I know that you all have been asking about it. When we've been doing the end of season interviews, we've been talking about it. What would you like to see changed? What would you like to see improved? And I got to tell you, even though they haven't come out yet, a lot of people are just like, it's really good. It's just really good. And I am hearing myself. Thank you.
yeah. I think
I just had to hear that twice, just so that I knew that that's what I was talking about. But nevertheless, all of the mystery will be revealed on Monday. So be sure to tune in right here at twitch.tv/OW Tranquility, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or if you got a big brain, like we see from amazing players tonight in the Harmony tier, be sure to hit that heart, punch that bell, hit that sub if you got the money to do so to support our community. Either of those will give you that bell dinged so that you know that we are online and you can come watch all the amazing action. Thank you so much to Booth for filling in for us once again tonight. We couldn't do these casts without you. That being said, that's it from us here at Overwatch Tranquility. My name's Captain Jack.
And I'm NPC.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Was I moved by faith? The truth has a way of finding the light or changing in time.